Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Wow, isn't that amazing? Since I put out that appeal for people to leave MultiChoice and DStv, apparently 6,000 subscribers have cancelled, and it's growing by the minute. Now, I'm not for one moment suggesting this is all my work, but I'm certainly getting some kind of traction on this fight. Now, I've heard from a couple or several people that the only reason they're staying with DStv is because of the rugby. It's the only place they can watch the rugby. Now, I have an option for you, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper. Really, really cheap. In fact, so cheap it costs you nothing. I, about 18 months ago, got rid of Fox Cable, which was costing me about $90 per month. And the main reason I watched it was because I enjoy watching darts, you know, the PDF, the really good dart players. And this is kind of turning into a fireside chat now. Anyway, I enjoyed the darts. And that was about the only reason I was paying $90 a month. Of course, I could go and watch several news stations and things like that, but I can do that on YouTube. And then I came up with a brainstorm, and I'm sure you can do it in South Africa, and I'm sure one of my subscribers here will find the magic key that unlocks the Pandora's box. And let me tell you what I did. I joined a local Australian website called bet365.com.au. Yeah, I know it involves gambling, and I know that's a no-no for a lot of you, but let me tell you something. 18 months ago, I put $20 into my account. I haven't gambled 1 cent. But you know, by being a member of bet365.com.au, and I'm sure there's South African equivalents, you can watch all sorts of sports live streaming, and it costs you nothing. You can watch rugby, you can watch darts, you can watch soccer, you can watch just about anything you want to watch. Snooker's a favorite one of mine. They come up the whole time because what they're trying to do is encourage people to gamble. That's why they have these live streams, but it costs you nothing. And as I say, I've still got my $20 or $20 still sitting in my account, and every day one of the things I do is I go to the website and I sign in, pull up the live stream, see what sports they've got going, and in I go. Now I can watch it live, and it's got the sound, it's got everything. It's fantastic. And I have saved thousands of dollars by doing this one simple little trick. Now, if some of you or one of my subscribers out there can find a similar way for people to save money by not having to be with DStv, please just send me an email, or, yeah, best to send me an email. And I will certainly tell everybody about it. So anyway, the news is that DStv have lost already 6,000 accounts as a result of banning Steve Hofmeyr. One other thing that's been suggested to me, and this is probably a prudent way to go, before you destroy your little black box, grab the hard drive out of it. And I'll just read to you what this fellow wrote, because you can actually use that and hook it up to your computer. Let me just find that. Give me a second. I'll just. Okay, I found it amongst the hundreds of emails I got today. And I love your emails. Keep them coming. Bernard, shout out to Bernard. Bernard wrote to me, he says, "Hi, following the story on Steve Hofmeyr regarding being banned by MultiChoice DStv, I'm an Afrikaans-speaking person, and following that revenging multi-choice by destroying the actual decoder when it's a single view decoder without the function of the PVR is all thumbs up and all good. But those with PVR function should first remove their 1 terabyte onboard hard drive. Hey, this guy is thinking. So, in a moment of fury, don't just stomp on it or do whatever you do. And remember to send me videos when you destroy your PVR, whatever the thing is called. But before you do that, take out the hard drive. And I'll tell you why. Remove the 1 terabyte onboard hard drive, and it can then be used again for other purposes, like formatting the drive and putting the hard drive to use to store data for personal use. A simple adapter with slide-in slot can be bought at any gadget shop or PC shop selling hard drives, or at an incredible connection outlet. And there are a few other also where people can buy the adapter that fits a Toshiba hard disk drive and can then be set up as the same as a WD My Passport to store data on. If only those who are clever enough to just loosen 2x Phillips screws at the rear of the PVR decoder and then pull out the disk drive before going ahead to revenge multi-choice DStv, at least they have still got the use of the hard drive by formatting it and then using it to save data, movies, pictures, PDF files, etc., etc. Well, I hope at some point in time the others will be informed about this step that can be followed. And by the way, great facts you're knocking on, and that is of real concern to most of us. That matters the most. Great job you're doing by revealing all the facts and putting it out in a very nice way for most to follow and understand. Well, that's an excellent bit of advice, Bernard. Thank you. So here's the suggestion. Okay, you're really peed off with DStv, and I fully understand why. But before you go sitting around destroying your little decoder, grab the hard drive and go to your local electronics store and ask them how you can actually hook that up to your computer. Won't that be a useful little device for you? I think far more useful than the DStv. But anyway, look, two points or two suggestions here. One, if someone can come back to me with a way that people living in South Africa can watch rugby for free through their computer. I know that school sports rugby is free on YouTube. I often watch my old school Michael House on there. And I might just put a link to that YouTube because they have some great rugby, and they also have hockey and other sports in there. But look, there are alternatives. So DStv do not have a monopoly on the rugby. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Have a great day, and remember to ring the bell so that you get the updates, or you might miss a really important one like this. And finally, if you're going to do a fairly interesting destruction of the little box, put it on video and send me a copy so I can put it up on the channel. Cheers, guys. Take care.